Good day to you, our dear students. How's everything over there? So today, I would like to discuss with you about meta joining method and its application. So in our previous lectures, we've discussed about how metals can be cut into pieces, either with hand tools, portable power tools, and machine tools. So this time around, metal joining method is another aspect of metal working that is very important. All the metals, all the parts of a project you want to produce that will cut into pieces, you should be able to join them together with the metal joining method. Let us proceed. Functional objective of the unit. So at the end of this session, students will be able to describe metal joining methods, state type of metal joining methods, state metal joining method tools and their applications, and understand safety precautions to observe during each method. Let us go. Introduction. During metal fabrication, the parts are either joined together permanently or temporarily, depending on the applications. The process in use in joining metal parts together and other materials include welding, soldering, brazing, fasteners, sintering, and pressing. All these methods are the methods of joining metals together, irrespective of their shape, their weight, their sizes. Welding is the first of type of welding of metal joining method. So welding can be described as a permanent metal joining process that involves application of heat and pressure. It's a permanent metal joining. Kindly note this word. Welding is a permanent metal joining process that involves application of heat and pressure. So the metal parts to join together are transformed to plastic form and finally coalescent to form a single strong unit. So the table here shows the classification of welding that we have. So welding are broadly classified into two: fusion welding and solid state welding. Fusion welding and solid state welding. So under the fusion welding, we have arc welding, that's electric arc welding, resistant welding, oxyacetylene welding, and others. Whereby solid state welding, under the solid state welding, we have the fusion welding, friction welding, forge welding, ultrasonic welding. So welding are broadly classified into two, whereby all these are the types of each classifications. This is a welding operation. The one at the right hand side here is a welding operation that related to electric arc welding, whereby this one is a gas welding. So the source of power for this one is gas, whereby the source of power for this one is electricity. Electric arc welding tools and equipment. So electric arc welding tools and equipment involve, number one, a direct current generator or alternating current transformer. Number two, proper design electrode holder. Three, two lengths of electric cables to carry, so that it has two cables. One is where the electric current leave the transformer. This one is a transformer, and this one is a cable that current travel to the workpiece, and this is another cable whereby the current return back to the transformer. So the third one is a wide selection of different gauge of electrode. So electrode are different of different sizes. So they have different sizes. We have gauge 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 14, and so on and so forth, based on their diameter, thickness of it. And also a head shield of the screen fitted with the special color lens. That is a PPE that meant for the electrical arc welding. A leather apron and a pair of hand glove, leather hand glove, is part of PPE. A welding boot designed to protect all other personnel from the arc glare. This is a weld shield, is a boot design. So it's a welding cutting, and also in some standard welding workshop, they have something that's bigger than this that protects the people around against the welding glare or welding arc. And the next one is a chipping hammer for the removal of slag, and also a wire brush to clean the weld and to remove the spatter, and also a steel bench insulator from the boot. And the last one is a wooden backboard to safeguard the welder from damp floor. So all these, they are tools and equipment and material to be used for electric arc welding. So gas welding and equipment. This is oxyacetylene gas welding. It's oxyacetylene gas welding by virtue of its name. Oxygen, it involves oxygen and acetylene gas. So the gas welding, they are based on different type of gases that we have an application. The gas welding is beyond oxyacetylene gas only. We have argon welding and many other more. But the one that we commonly have in our higher institution and colleges is the oxyacetylene gas welding. So these are the equipment meant for it. This one is an oxygen cylinder, whereby this one is an acetylene cylinder. So this one accommodates oxygen gas, this one accommodates acetylene gas. And this is a gas regulator, oxygen gas regulator that regulates, show the amount of oxygen inside the cylinder. It has two valves, 2 meters. One show the amount of oxygen inside the cylinder, whereby the other show the amount of oxygen leaving the cylinder through the hose, through the oxygen hole. So the oxygen hole is coated, is in red in color. And also the oxygen hose is bluish in color. And also the regulator for oxygen is also bluish in color, either blue or black. That is the color code for the oxygen regulator, oxygen hose, and also the valve that regulate the oxygen in this one is a welding touch. It's a welding touch. It's a welding touch. It has one orifice, and also it has 2 valves here that regulate acetylene and oxygen. So the valve that regulates the oxygen is coated black or blue color, whereby this one is acetylene cylinder that contains acetylene gas. So it also has a regulator here, regulator filtered with the 2 reading meters. So one indicates the amount of acetylene inside the cylinder, whereby the second one indicates the amount of acetylene leaving the cylinder, and it is coated red. Anything associated with acetylene is red. The hose for the acetylene is also red in color, reddish in color, and the valve that regulates the amount of acetylene released to the touch is also coated in red, whereby all the other one here, the welding goggle is part of the PPE for the welding. Spark lighter is also, and a trolley to transfer, to move the complete set from one station to another station during welding exercises. And also, as the welding, the gas equipment can be used for welding, it also can be used to cut metal into pieces. What is the difference is that this touch here, so the touch that for the welding exercise has only one orifice, whereby the touch that meant for the burning or cutting of metal into pieces has multiple orifices. So the gas welding equipment can be used to join metals together, so also it can be used to cut metal into pieces. Welding joints. Welding joints are formed by welding the 2 or more metals or plastic work pieces together according to a particular geometry. So these are type of welding joint that we have. We have a butt joint, whereby you have your material side by side. You place side by side and you weld it together at the middle here. And this one is a corner joint where you have 2 pieces of metal placed to each other at an angle 90 degree, and you weld this portion together to join them together. And this one is a edge joint, whereby you have 2 material placed side by side, and you join the head of it together. That is edge joint. And also we have lap joints here, whereby you place material over each other and you join them together. That is a lap joint. And this one is a T-joint, where place 2 material in angle 90 degree over each other. That's the T-joint to form the shape of T. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 are the this is 5 type of welding joints that they will have. Also, we have welding defects. So any deficiency in the weld you have or you formulated is called welding defect. As a welding defect are deficiency present in welding joint, which reduces the operational capacity of welding joint. That's welding defect. There's nothing perfect in this life. Everything has its own deficiency to some extent. But mind you, in engineering, you have to make sure you attain the excellence for the correct functionality of the projects you design. Type of welding defects involve undercut, crack, porosity, incomplete fusion, inadequate penetration, non-metallic inclusion, and lamellar tearing. These are examples of the welding defect that we have. This is undercut. This one is underfill. Here is incomplete joint penetration. And for this one is an incomplete fusion. You can see the hole here. And also this one is also incomplete fusion here. All these, they are welding defects. Safety precaution to observe before, during, and after welding operation involved. So you have to inspect all your welding tools and equipment very well before, during, and after you finish the welding operation, and ensure that all fire safety equipment were available and functioning in the welding workshop in order to prevent or quench any infernal accident that may have erupted during welding exercises. And also always wear appropriate personal protective equipment at all times. Make sure you wear appropriate PPE at all times before doing the exercises. And never carry out welding, cutting, or to work on used drum, tank, and other container to avoid explosion. So we've talked about the welding. So let us talk about the soldering and brazing. The soldering and brazing is a semi-permanent metal joining process. Semi-permanent metal joining process, whereby welding is a permanent metal joining process. So soldering and brazing is a semi-permanent metal joining method that involves introduction of multi-alloy metals that are different from original pieces of metal to join together. So soldering is a process in which two or more metal items are joined together by melting and flowing a solder into the joint. So the solder have a relatively low temperature, low melting point than the material you want to join together. So that soldering without solder, soldering can never be carried out. So the primary determinant of soldering is a solder. And we have two types of solder. We have soft solder and hard solder. They have their peculiar applications. And also brazing joints parts by heating them. This is a brazing method joint, but by heating them to more than 840 degrees Fahrenheit and apply a filler that has a melting temperature below that of base metal. So filler metal flow into joints by capillary attraction. So soldering and brazing, they have the same operation that's common to them, but the temperature for soldering exercise is not higher as that of brazing. So the brazing is more higher than the soldering, the temperature required. So in some circumstances, brazing are also referred to as hard soldering, some circumstances. So the determinant of soldering operation is solder, as I said earlier on. So we have hard and soft solder. So a soft solder is an alloy of lead, 60%, and tin of 40%, while hard solder is an alloy of silver, 40%, brass, lead, and tin. Soldering tool and equipment involve soldering iron stand, the soldering pump, sponge, side cutter, flux, clamps, solder melting point, and foam extractors. So the brazing material involve brazing rod or alloy, butane fuel, and flux. Brazing tool and equipment involve brazing torch, wire, brush, personal protective equipment. So this is a diagram of the soldering tools and equipment and brazing tool and equipment. So this one is a forged soldering copper. So we have a forge in our workshop, and all the tools are available for forged soldering exercises. And also this is a soldering station, electronic this electric soldering iron, which is powered by electric source. And this one is a soldering iron stand where you hang your soldering iron on. So on most occasions, this soldering iron is used for soft soldering. So we have different type of soldering iron based on they have different watts. So we have another soldering iron that can be used for soft soldering, whereby we have another one that can be used for hard soldering. And this forged soldering is also essential for the both operations. And this one here is a picture of a source ventilator that will remove all the hazardous gas from the soldering station. And this one, they are brazing equipment. This is a brazing torch. This is a brazing gas. And this one are brazing materials, flux, slip, rod, and others. So this one here, they are brazing tools and equipment, whereby this one are soldering tools and equipment. So safety precautions to observe before, during, and after the soldering and brazing operation, they have many things common. So inspect and ensure that all the soldering, brazing tools, and service of the workpiece are in good condition before you start the operation. Always ensure that soldering, brazing operations are carried out in a well-conducive environment. Always wear appropriate personal protective equipment at all times. Never carry out soldering and brazing in an explosive drum, tank, and other containers. Fasteners. Another metal joining method is referred to as fasteners. So fasteners are mechanical and chemical materials used to fasten metals and other engineering component parts together, either temporarily or permanently. So the mechanical fasteners are quick and easy to use, will attach many dissimilar substrates, and can be easily disassembled. So the fasteners involve rivet, screw, bolt and nut, stud, belt, and chain, among others, whereby the chemical fasteners material involve adhesive bonding. So only adhesive bonding is a chemical fasteners, whereby rivet, screw, bolt and nut, stud, belt, and chain, they are mechanical fasteners. To let you know that fasteners are of two types, mechanical fasteners and chemical fasteners. So rivet and riveting. Historically, riveting in engineering is the first metal joining method discovered and exploited extensively till today. So the riveting is a first of its kind, used to join metals together, and also still applicable till today. So in aviation industry, all the aeroplane, others, rocketry, they are making use of rivets to join them together because they are made up of sheet metal. So any majority of components made up of sheet metal, they are joined together with riveting exercises. Riveting is the art of fastening material together by using a rivet or rivet. So determinant of riveting exercises is rivet. So also like soldering, that solder is the determinant of soldering exercises. So riveting is a semi-permanent fastening method. Rivets are usually made up of same materials with pieces of metal to join together. So in situation whereby the rivet is used, I made mention of aviation industry. What of our home? We have a pot with a handle. So the handle are riveted to the pot. And also for ceiling fan at home, look at the blade that is rotating is riveted together with the end of it. And also local cutlass, they are riveted together. You can see local cutlass, they are made up of pieces, parts, so they are joined together with the rivet. Example of the rivets are solid, blind, multi-grip, groove, tubular, self-pierce, plastic, dry, flush, and friction lock, among others. These are all type of rivets. So the type of rivet to apply determine the type of tool to use and application to use. So description of the rivet and types. Rivet are described according to shank. So we have solid, tubular, So this is solid rivet. This one is a tubular rivet. This one is a blind rivet. So blind rivet is also referred to as pop head rivet. So they pop up like a popcorn during application, and also they refer to as a blind rivet. So rivet also classify according to metal as copper, aluminum, alloy steel, alloy, and the likes. So according to shape of head, rivet also classify according to their diameter of shank and length of shank. So take note of these points very well. So all these are type of rivets that we have. Rivet tools and equipment. So all these are riveting tools and equipment. These are hammer, this is a hand cutting nipper, this is squeezer, this is a rivet gun, this is a trimmer, this is snap, lacing tongue, among others. So all these, they are hand tools for the riveting operation. Also, we have the equipment, powerful equipment they use for the construction of bridge. So, and also industrial rivet equipment is also available. The hand tools are all this one. Rivet defects. So there's no perfection. While you are carrying out your rivet exercises, they are bound to be rivet defects. So this one occur as insufficient of shank projecting is a defect. This one also head not aligned. This one is a jockey cap. What make a jockey cap is essence that remain here. It's a jockey cap whereby this one, look at the inside the metal here, there's hollow here that referred to as shank not swept in hole. And this one is another rivet defect, the gap here, the springing of plate between the hole. And also this one is another rivet defect, referred to as snap and hammer mark on plate while riveting. And this one's another rivet defect. So we've talked about the rivet and riveting. Another fastener, mechanical fastener that we have is a bolt and nut. Bolt and nut and its type. So both are solid metallic rod with head. They are threaded to receive nut or to be screwed into tapped. That's holes. So nut has small piece of metal drill with a hole threaded to match the threaded of both screw and stud. So these are examples of a bolt and nut that we have of different type. So it can be easily couple materials together and disassemble. Assembly and disassembly are very easy. And the two used for the bolt and nut is a spanner. Some that have this type of head, the make of the screwdriver, whereby the nut use the spanner to drive them in and out. Likewise, you can drive the in and out those that have a slotted head. You can use the screwdriver to do that. And also anyone that have a wing nut, you can also use a bare hand to tighten it. So the application of where the components you want to assemble together will determine the type of bolt and nut you are going to use and the tools for each as well. Screw and its type. Screw is also part of mechanical fastener, so they are amazing, versatile, and powerful fastener commonly used to fasten wood, plastic, and metal components together. So these are screw and their types. Screws. They don't have nuts. It's only bolt and nut that's together, but for the screw doesn't have nuts, but they have different sizes depending on components you want to fasten together. And now adhesive joining or adhesive bonding. So adhesive bonding is a chemical fasteners used for joining like or dissimilar materials together. Adhesive bonding is used to fasten two surfaces together, usually producing a smooth bond. The joining technique involves chemical material that bond by evaporation or by curing a chemical materials with heat, pressure, or time. So examples of adhesive bonding include glue, epoxies, and various plastic agents. Sintering. Sintering is a powder processing. Sintering is a joining method that involves pressing powder into a suitable shape, die, or container to obtain a self-supporting compact. The method is used for a wide variety of materials, especially those with properties which preclude shaping by melting or casting. So iron filing iron particles in micro sizes, they can be compound together in a mold to produce a solid metal bag. So this is the diagram of the sintering method. So the powder are poured inside this hole here, and the compression exercise is taking place here through this plunger, and also after it's formed the shape of the core it produced this material out. The process here is referred to as sintering exercise, where it involves the powdery metallic compact together to form a solid metal. Thank you for your listening. Have a nice and blessed weekdays.